Okay. All right. Just wait around after the show. We're going to do it again. Happy Wednesday, everyone. So yesterday, President Trump reminded Americans that he signed an executive order to bring back mental institutions and insane asylums. In a related story, guess which show has a brand new studio? Look at him. It was during that same presser that President Trump said the only thing Somalis are good at is piracy. True. Just ask Ilhan Omar's brother. He definitely got that booty. Wow, it's like they were going to stop, but then they decided to keep going. Yeah, it's like being on an empty gas tank. Okay. Earlier today, President Trump arrived in Davos, Switzerland, for the World Economic Forum. His first act of business, announcing that the Swiss Miss Girl is a 7 at best. Yeah. Native American group is suing New York for banning native names or imagery from schools. It's all in an attempt for them to reclaim their school mascot. Yeah. Her name, Coyote Ugly. James Comer says he rejected an offer to interview Bill Clinton about Jeffrey Epstein because Bill demanded that there would be no witnesses, saying it would only be Comer, Hillary, and a rope. Women are going to something called rage rooms, where they pay to smash old TVs, furniture, and dishes. But even more destructive, they're allowed to vote. That is the best joke you're going to hear this year.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah. To protest ICE, dozens of restaurants in Minnesota are planning to shut down on Friday. So fans of Somali food will have to have diarrhea at home. Yeah. You don't like that Somali food, eh? And finally, Michelle Obama was on the Call Her Daddy podcast today. It makes sense since Barack has been calling her daddy for years. I'm a little troubled by that one. All right. So the left has a new song and dance they're inflicting on us, and it's called performative ignorance, where people fake a lack of knowledge about the most basic laws of life and then expect you to explain it. They pretend that common sense is somehow this foreign substance, as alien to them as a paycheck is to Jim Acosta or a vagina to Don Lemon. Yeah.
But not us, right, Mackie?
They claim to be baffled by the simplest concepts. What do you mean boys can't become women? Can you explain this to me? Let's have a conversation. Of course, it doesn't help that their idea of a conversation is standing an eighth of an inch from someone's face, screaming like they're the sergeant from Full Metal Jacket. They think volume equals value, and if you respectfully disagree, they'll respectfully spit in your face. But since performative ignorance takes no effort, it then requires us to do the legwork, usually under stressful circumstances. It's like someone challenging you to a 40-yard dash, then pretending they don't know what running means. And then, what are sneakers? What do legs do? Forget dragging them over the finish line. You have to drag them over to the starting line, too. It's amazing what we have to explain. How do jails work? Why is bail important? Why is an erection in a women's locker room a non-starter? It's like explaining why the sky is blue to a 4-year-old. The only difference is the 4-year-old won't call you racist when they look stupid. It's funny that the left spent decades claiming that they were the smart ones. They went from pretending to be Mr. Spock to Forrest Gump. And part of the scam is to ignore what's obvious to everyone else. Like when gross men pretend to be women. You know when you see it, fat weirdos who dye their hair purple and slap on some support hose. And don't question which hose it's supporting. But the left plays along. Oh, isn't she stunning and brave? Especially when shaving her bikini line near her nutsack. Yeah. Thank you. That's a good one. But the goal of performative ignorance is to exhaust you with dumb questions while pushing nonsense under the assumption there's no knowledge to refute it. To them, communism is always a new thing. You know, even though there are still people alive who suffered through it, waiting in line for toilet paper, and not because Jerry Nadler nuked the bathroom. And ICE raids, oh, that's sadistic exercise. No. ICE has detained roughly 400,000 people, and the percent of properly detained illegals is between like 99.8 and 99.95%. I haven't seen a success rate like that since I was cruising the singles bars. But if you tell them that, they'll say math is racist. Mention that raids are caused by politicians refusing to share info between local and Fed law enforcement, and they'll freeze up like my pool boys when I put on my rubber glove. They'll accuse ICE of checking papers. Well, how the else do you find out whether someone is here illegally? You know, ask for a stool sample and check for refried beans? Hey, fine. Thank you. But in reality, they're causing the very chaos that they complain about. It's like the cheating spouse who keeps getting caught and blames his partner's insecurities, which is why it's pointless to explain things. Because what's driving these creeps isn't a desire for enlightenment, it's ego. Just like their purple hair and 6 nose rings, it's so you pay attention to them. It's why they crashed that church the other day. And after acting ghoulish, they expressed shock over people's outrage. Oh, but isn't this free speech? We're just asking questions. No, you're not. Harassing people, stalking, shoving and blocking traffic isn't speech, just like someone with a penis isn't a woman. Seriously, if women are so hard to define, how come Don Lemon never has sex with them?
Let's welcome tonight's guest.
His act was the inspiration for the sympathy card, comedian Joe Mackey. He looks like a guy who would buy your leftover pain pills, comedian Jim Florentine. Her book was 270 pages. Her audiobook lasts 2 minutes. Co-host about number 10 Campagna. And they bought his baby clothes at the Big and Tall store. Former NWA World Champion and host on the Planet Average. You know, Joe, I see this performative ignorance everywhere, and it reminds me, it's like a legion of your female fans that just seems to be everywhere.
Well, I'd argue if I could, Greg.
Yes.
It's true, but...
Because of those sweaters? Is that how you get the women?
They show off my muffin top, which is very attractive to my fans,
Really?
or of me to love.